guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the misery trend on Roblox. In the end, it's going to look like this.
It's that kind of misery, the kind where you were nice to me, but only in the evening, so I ask you, am I just dreaming? I love you so much that it's dripping, dripping, but my heart's in such, I'm sorry, I know I'm too much to love to trust, I'm nothing.
Okay, so first we need to get the setup for this. So first get the avatar you want for the first part in the beginning, where it's like, I miss that kind of misery. What you're going to do is you're going to join Catalog Avatar Creator on Roblox. And you're going to change the environment to this green one. So, yeah. Okay. And then, we don't want this animation pack. So we're going to go to Animations. And then, oh my gosh, I can't spell. You're going to search Adidas. And then the first one, Adidas Community Animation Pack. You're going to click Try. And it should look like this. So, once you have it like this, the first pose, you're going to go to Pose Editor. So basically, you're going to create the pose that you want. I did a pose like this. Okay, you know what, that's good enough. What you're going to do in the chat, you're going to type /clone. And once you have the clone there, it should be there, you go back into Pose Editor and click Reset. And then you're going to be back at the animation pack. So what you're going to do is /sync clone. And now the clone should look like this. So, I go to settings, I scroll down to camera mode, I go to camera toggle if you're on PC. I right click and I move my mouse to the side and I sort of recorded it like this. So once I record it like that, I can also remove the background as a green screen. I go to my next avatar and do the same thing. I use dark sun-basked freckles and cute smiling face, cheeks, dynamic head. So it would end up looking like this. I don't know if anyone wants to use the same thing. And you're basically just going to do the pose again. So once you got the next pose, you can do /clone again. Then you can reset, sync clone. Oops. Oh my god. Okay, and then you can record the next part. And you're basically just going to go through with each of the poses. The next one I use is just like a fake super happy face. I think if you just go to featured, it should be there. Or faces, this could work. Honestly, any of these are good. Like, all of them work fine. You know? Whichever one you like the most. Or just any face. And then the last face I used... Yeah, okay, so Ashamed Sad Face Recolorable. That's what I used. I used this face. Okay, and then once you record each of the clips, what you're going to do for the editing part, so I use DaVinci Resolve, but I can basically explain what you're going to have to do. You're going to bring in your clips. You're just going to remove the background color. Try to use a color that isn't on your avatar, so it will go away. Because, like, if you have a lot of green on your avatar, I would not recommend using that. And what I did was, there's probably an easier way to do this, but I took, like, a solid color. I took a solid color and I made it white. So now we can sort of see it coming together. I cropped it like, let's just do 337. So I did the same for each, so it would be like that. And then I cropped my character also. I synced up the head bopping to the beat. Yeah, see how it's in sync now? Like, boom, boom, boom. I sort of also did it here. Well, I bring it up. That'll be a keyframe too. Oh, I messed up the first part. Gotta make sure you use your keyframes, you know? And then I'd go right back to the what was it, 373? 337. Oh, heh. Okay. So you're basically just gonna go through, find each different part in the keyframes. So like right here, you would crop your character up again. Try to make it like match up on the line. And go back down. And then to make it easier for the background part, I would like cut it and then I would just like copy and duplicate over and over so it would like keep doing that. You can't do that with the characters though, sadly. So you'd have to go through each individual like keyframe. Everyone makes mistakes, you know? Okay, so now that it looks like this, I didn't do the rest. For the text, I honestly just took, I think I took like it was like a normal text. Made it the black color. So all caps, I would do all caps. I think, you know what, I think size actually makes it like more better quality. So I did like a shadow. I moved like X and Y all the way out though, so it would sort of look like this. And then the last thing I did was I went to italic. So, and then right where it changes words, I just would cut it and then write the next word. If it's too large, you can shrink it and move it a little bit. I think I did Arial. Yeah. So that's why it looked a little different. Okay. Well, basically, you're just going to go through that process for a while. And then, as you saw before, when it said misery, I wrote the word misery, except I think I did like red behind it instead of black. So I did like a dark red color. So basically, I would just go through that process with each of the characters. Some would be on the left, some would be on the right. It's still the same process with like the cropping and all of that. You just honestly need to get like, I feel like you could use anything that has a solid color if you enlarge it enough and then just crop it. You don't need like something like this. That's just how I do it because I use DaVinci Resolve. I'm a little different, but you know, it should give you the right result. So once you go through with all that, it will end up looking like that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!